And we got 3 minutes according to my tweet, so.
Oh, okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to your next favorite game.
Hello, this is Where, your friends here at Super Gamecraft, Aaron Reynolds and Bronson Fiore, respectively, talk about games on Game Pass. We love them, and we want to share them with you. I mean, we're really into the service more than anything else.
Well, we love live services.
We sure do. Nothing bad ever happens with those.
No, Netflix, Hulu, Game Pass, they're all great.
All fantastic. But, you know, it's taking some time for people to jump on the train. So you know what? I think it's time we share them all with you. There's tons of games on this service, and we're going to show you 2 of them today.
Indeed.
We have 2 games. Bronson, I would really like you to show your game off first because I've heard some of your thoughts on it, and I really want to hear and talk about them.
All right. Hold on one quick sec. I forgot to notify our Discord that we're live.
You should let our Discord know. Our Discord, our wonderful Discord people should know.
Yes. So what this show is, for those of you that don't know, also real quick before I intro my game, is there's a lot of stuff on Game Pass. Some good, most good, but a lot bad, or you're not sure if you want to use the bandwidth, or whatever it is.
Yes.
And we want to go on Game Pass and find what is worth your time and investment and your bandwidth in some cases, and what is not.
Yep. Exactly.
We have every week, Aaron and I are each going to play one game and come back here and tell you, is it worth your time? Is it maybe worth your time? Should you download this?
Mm-hmm.
And well, that's basically it. And Emily, hello.
What up, Emily?
And let's get on it. So, I guess I continued a trend this week because last week I did Gears 5 and Gears 5 and Hive Busters. And this week I went back to the past and did Gears of War Ultimate Edition.
Is that so? It's about time.
Oh, hell. Scratch one, grub.
Yes. So good.
So,
you know what? I like Gears of War.
Yes. I like the franchise of Gears of War.
Sure.
This game is a very good showcase for how much better Gears of War has got.
You think so?
I think so.
Really?
This game came out in 2015 or 2016 for you Windows 10 folk. And
sure.
It was a ground-up remake of Gears 1, or like kind of a graphical update. They basically said, here, this is this in 4K and Unreal 4, and we're going to make the multiplayer 60 FPS, but not the single player because reasons. And we're also going to pack in all the content from the PC release, including that boss fight against a Brumac. And that's so. Fuck, man, the original Gears has aged really bad.
Oh, that's sad to hear. And I want to go back and play it again at some point here because it's hard for me to accept that.
Like that game, they improved those games drastically with each sequel in a
Sure.
big way. So like, and playing this game just feels archaic and clunky, and like I always feel like I'm being funneled down the hallway even more so than normal. Uh, there's like there's no enemy diversity. Some of the checkpoints feel really cheap and frustrating. I don't know how, but this is a game running on an Xbox. I was playing on a Series X,
Yeah.
and I was still getting some frame rate drops below 30 FPS in the single player. How in the bloody fuck that was happening, I do not know. Like, so just like, because like some of these encounters are really long, and some of them are like really not well thought out. Like, for example, like your first encounter with the Theron Guard and the Torque Bow,
Mhm.
and then you realize the Torque Bow kills you in one hit.
Oh yeah.
And it is the most frustrating fucking thing in the universe. Like every other Gears, the Torque Bow puts you at near death.
Mhm.
Unless you're on insane, but this like literally kills you like on hardcore.
Really? Yeah.
Um,
No, torque bow's not a weapon to mess around with.
yeah, like so it's just like incredibly frustrating. There's not as much enemy diversity as there is in the other games.
Which
It's
fair, that
like,
makes sense.
and like visually, it looks what your mind tells you Gears looks like. Like at the time, Gears of War was a graphical showcase. It was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, this is what the 360 could do. And this kind of looks what your mind tells you that looks like, versus if you go play Gears now, it looks like original Gears. It looks really bad.
Oh.
So like, so graphically, it's fine, other than the weird performance issues. Like, so that's a thing, I guess.
Mhm.
I feel like the extra content just makes the game feel like padded. Like I'm just there's this, so you know how at the end of the last game, the first game, it's like, okay, you go to Marcus's house, you get the data, you escape the Brumac, then you're suddenly at the train station and getting on the train, fighting through the train, and killing the boss.
Yes.
This adds an entire chapter where you drive to this bridge, have to go around, get power to the bridge, dodge a Brumac, fight a Brumac, and then there's power to go through and do the rest of the game. And
Huh.
it just makes that end like fifth feel so fucking padded, like unnecessarily padded, and such a big, like, just it's like feels like such a mess. So yeah, like there's that. Um they add these Gears of War comics for collecting the cog tags, which that was kind of cool.
Yeah, sure.
Like fine. And then I'm not gonna knock it for the mobility stuff, because like that, and like the like it, but because that was stuff they would fix later.
Yeah.
But like some stuff is like, why didn't they add the other executions from later games?
If they're going
Like
to
that's
add some of this other stuff, why not?
yeah, like why, if you're gonna add all this shit, like it just feels like a very lazy port. Like it just says like, hey, we got that PC version of Gears of War, right?
But they're like clearly adding they're adding sections of game. Like they're padding out this game that didn't need to be padded. So
Well,
like
that was all shit that got added to the PC version when
really
that came out. Yeah.
it's just
So like it feels like they're like, hey, we have that PC version of the original Gears of War, right? Yeah. How about we slap that bitch a new coat of paint and put it out in 60 FPS multiplayer and then send it out? Great. Most half, like, so like it feels like the only work that went into it was like making it graphically up to par with like 2015 releases, sort of.
right.
Like it, and like it's like, why didn't they add the other animations, so like when you go to Chainsaw Guy, it doesn't like warp them around and like
Yeah.
Like, why is it that like the fucking weapon balancing sucks still? Like, why is it some of these encounters are really shitty and archaic? Like, there's this encounter in the bonus chapters where they like literally you load in and it's just like fourth they're on guard just like bum rush you.
Mm.
And it's just like fuck, and like I had 3 grenades thankfully, so it like wasn't that big of a deal. But at the time, like if you didn't have it, I'm like, how the fuck would you do this encounter? Like especially on like higher div like no, I was playing on the second hardest difficulty, so and I played it solo.
Yeah.
And so like just it feels like, and so like like I was saying, it just feels really lazy. Like at the end of the day, it just feels fucking lazy. It just feels like and it came out on Gears 9th anniversary, which like it's like they didn't have to put this out. They could have waited. They could have like waited a year, or although a year would have been, it would have came out at the same time as Gears 4. So like I don't know. I guess it was a filler release. Like here, you've been waiting for Gears on Xbox One, I
Yeah.
guess, and just it sucks. It's actually like, if anything, it makes Gears 2 and 3 look really good.
Sure.
Like and you have to remember the only co-op or single player content in this game is that campaign.
Right. No. They
The
didn't have no horde mode
Horde,
or anything.
Horde didn't exist. Escape mode didn't exist. So it was just this campaign. And some of the stuff that's really good about Gears is still there. The characters are very charming. You have the banter and they're really funny, but like, so that's great. Some of the stuff is still satisfying, that headshot sound. That
They
like
nailed that. Yeah.
like when you run up on a dude with a shotgun. But like for a remake or for even the ultimate edition of Gears of War, um it's like, why like why you could have done something really fucking cool with this.
Right.
Like I go and I look at like those Halo remakes where
Mm.
like they redo the whole fucking engine and you can switch between the old graphics, and like in the case of Halo 2 they add like new weapons and change some weapon balancing a little bit, and
Yeah.
like that's all really well done. And like, and then I look at this and I'm just like, why didn't this get that treatment?
Right. That's what's crazy to me is that this is like with Halo having kind of fallen away from like the top spot, Gears has kind of jumped in to try and fill that. So to treat the first game in such a way seems so odd.
Well, this was like before Halo 5 and like a month or two before the MCC. So who knows? Maybe
Sure.
they were still betting on Halo being top dog.
Maybe.
But like going back and playing this as just like as a fan of the series has just been it was just frustrating. Like I was not happy when I finished this game. Well, I was happy that I was done.
Right.
And then I remembered, shit, I'm reviewing this. I have to go play the multiplayer.
Yeah.
So
How's that multiplayer? How many people are playing it?
well, it takes a while to find a match.
Mhm.
Like you'll be in matchmaking for good like 3-4 minutes at a time.
Okay.
And it's mostly like player match. I haven't noticed much out of ranked. Almost everyone that's playing is either like a level 4 or a level 99.
Uh-huh.
There's no in between.
Of course. Just like with all these.
Hey, we're being rated by a party
Yo!
of one. Thank you, Stephanie.
What is up, Steph? Thank you very much.
So
I just want to say real quick, I pulled up a video just to play some Gears footage from IGN, and their review of Ultimate Edition is 8.5 great, and the one con they have that apparently knocks it down 1.5 points is overuse of A button. Some top-notch reviewing coming from IGN.
you want to you know what? Yeah, but then like go look at Giant Bomb's review for that game because I was curious.
Oh
when
yeah,
I finished it. Jeff gave it a 2,
I bet.
and it's because it's a piece of shit. This game is like I almost like want to tell like, and it's a bummer that like when I'm like telling people, hey man, like which Gears of War should I start with? I'm like 2.
Oh man, no.
You should, yeah, man.
Fuck.
I had to, but the other one didn't show. So that's
Hey,
okay.
thank you, Lil Wolf. It's all good. We
Yeah,
appreciate the raid, regardless. It's
we
fun.
appreciate anyone who comes over here. So
Man, it's just a bummer because Gears 1 was a big moment for me gaming wise because that was when I got my Xbox 360. It was Gears of War and Dead Rising. And Dead Rising actually did not resonate with me as well as Gears of War did. And that was like my first real online gaming experience, specifically for console, especially for console. But like I remember being in matchmaking and like you would go and you would die and you would go into like a little purgatory area, watching the other guys fight, and all the people who died can talk. So a guy was ranting about Tupac and then got killed and went silent, and then I got killed and got sent in, and I just hear him go, okay, anyway, so Tupac got killed by the cops. They're a gang, and like he was speaking some shit, man. He was speaking the truth. But like 14, 15-year-old me was just like, this online gaming's crazy. I love this. This is fucking nuts. Yeah, that was Gears of War, and that was Gears 1. And like the river and just chainsaws and
I will say most of the work feels like it did go into the multiplayer. One, the multiplayer runs at 60 FPS and it keeps it that way.
Nice.
2 is the multiplayer. When you do get in matches, they've added a couple new modes. Like they brought in standard deathmatch into Gears.
Okay.
That said, it's kind of overrun by people who are obsessed with the first Gears of War.
At this rate, yeah.
Like which the expected at this point.
Go to Gears 5 if you want your modern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. Like it's fine. Like it's run up on dude with shotgun, 2-piece them. They have matchmaking, not a terrible server browser like original Gears of War. So I guess they fixed that part.
Right.
Yeah. So, dude,
man.
Oh yeah, no. If you want to play that Gears franchise, start with 2. And you know what the real fucked up part is I actually booted up Gears 2 and 3 out of like curiosity. Like I was just like, did those look as shitty as the first one does? Or like the answer is no, but it's not for the reason you think.
Okay.
It's because I'm playing this on Series X, and if you're playing this on anything that's an Xbox One X or up, you're gonna get this treatment, which is it up-reses to 4K.
Okay.
And it makes Gears 2 and especially 3 look super clean and good.
Okay.
And better than this Ultimate Edition, in my opinion.
Damn.
So, yeah. So this game is like I get you probably bring some enjoyment out of the fucking multiplayer if you're really curious about all of the history of Gears of War and you really want that backstory, I guess go ahead. But no, like maybe put it on easy and just blow through it because because we've had we've had 14 years. We've had 14 years of these kind of games,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like like cover shooters, like games like Uncharted, the modern Ghost Recons, like stuff like this. So to go back to like the OG, it's not like going back to Halo 1. Like Halo 1, I feel like there's this like timeless quality to most of it. But like this is Who?
You see, all I'm hearing is I need to play. I need to experience this for myself. I need to see what's going on because
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Gears 1 was the one I enjoyed the most. So,
Which like even as these games aged, or as they came out, I thought they got better with each one up until 4
right.
or up until Judgment. Like I thought 2 was better than 1, 3 was better than 2, and then like Judgment came out and was kind of a wet fart. But then like 4 and 5 were just as good as 3, except for like the story wasn't as dramatic.
Right.
Yeah, so I think that's another thing is like the writing gets better in 2 and 3, a lot better.
See, and the thing is for me, I just the more story I learned, the less I cared was my problem because the gameplay absolutely does get better. Like they refine all that. They're adding horde mode in 2. Horde mode alone is fantastic. What a great idea. And
3, yeah, and then 3 perfected horde mode with all that boss stuff and the modifiers and shit.
and the melee stuff, being able to melee someone from behind and not have them spin around and all that, all those smaller stuff like that.
Chainsaw fights.
Yeah. Chainsaw fights. God, it's
that was
so awesome. But just the more I witness the Gears story, I'm just like,
I'm espresso depresso. Tell a joke.
Tell a joke, Bronson. Go.
Tell a joke. Oh no, man.
Gears of War Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, no, that's Aaron. Tell a joke.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Okay, no, you got it. All right, good.
Yeah, no. Yeah, this is not worth your time, your time or bandwidth. I was very happy to delete it off my hard drive. So yeah, I don't know. It
was to get away from the Ultimate Edition. That was the end of that joke.
Wait, why did to get away from this fucking game?
Man, no, I don't know. I may try this. I may download it over the weekend just to see.
Oh, I forgot. Also, this is not the case for everyone, but on some PCs it runs like shit.
Great.
So that's another thing. That's something that's not like for me. I didn't play it on PC, but on the Microsoft Store, it has a whopping 2.3 review average out of 5, and most of the complaints are, why does this run like shit on machine that is very powerful?
Well, now that I'm hearing that, this just sounds like they threw shit out there to get some money.
Yeah, it feels like we need. Oh, and I'm not sure if you got Gears 4 beta access with it or not back in the day, but it was very much like, we need a Gears game while we get our real new Gears shit together. So here, throw this out there.
Man. All right.
So.
Wow.
Bummer.
Overuse of A button.
Okay, look, man. How many times have we heard dumbass IGN reviews?
I know. I just love hearing new angles. I love it.
Too much water.
Too much water. Overuse of A button.
The thing is, I'm sure if you read the text of that review, because
yes,
it's fine, but whoever is their reviews editor over there really needs to read some of this shit. I remember, because this is not the biggest video game website in the world, right?
Yeah,
by far, it's not even close, and to have that shit pop up is so infuriating.
Yep.
It's just so. I don't know how, I don't know how an editor doesn't see that and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Probably because they have to review a ton of games and they're like, yeah, sure, yeah, fine.
I get, yes, because they are very much of the review everything persuasion.
Yep. So
and I get that. It's It's just that, like, when you have these games set on a tropical island, it's like too much water.
Yeah, right.
It's like, what would be a better way to word that, editor? Who got paid? Who's probably getting paid a decent amount for this?
Sure.
Many of the environments are too samey.
Yeah. Repetitive scenery. Who knows? Yeah, there's other ways.
There you go. You know,
Bronson, make sure Lil Wolf works out after your stream.
I will.
Just gonna let you know.
I will. So,
man.
Game. I don't know. Again, it's.
There's nothing left to say.
Yeah, disappointing.
That sucks.
Like, if somebody really likes Gears of War and like has been playing a lot of 5 recently, going back to like see the first one and be like, oh man, I would rather play 4 or 5 any day of the week instead of this. Same thing with 2 and 3. It's not like versus like I go back and I like play Halo 4 or 5 or even Halo 3 and I'm like, you know what, I still play Halo 1.
Yeah.
I go for some Halo, like OG Halo.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, yeah, I don't know.
And honestly, like, if that is how it is, then like, one, it could be a sign of just a poor port. But if it is a sign of just what the game was, the good news is that means it's been improving.
Right. No, exactly. And I do think that this was a very lazy port job. Like, I feel like Gears doesn't age as well as Halo does.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, like comparing Halo 1 to Gears 1, like, other than graphics, like Halo 1 ages way better for its particular genre.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like, you guys could have at least made some new fucking animations, and especially because like you put that work into the multiplayer, and like, why does it have random frame drops on the console?
On my Series X.
On my fucking Series X. Oh Lord, a console from 5 years in the future. From when this shit released.
Yeah, it's not. That's pretty bad. That's pretty fucking bad.
Not a good look.
Bums me out. Because nothing really. I don't know. Gears. There's nothing really that's really like Gears.
It's like there are other cover shooters, but yeah, like
there are cover shooters, but like Gears is like the first game you think of when you think of cover shooter.
It's like, yeah, and like it also has like a tone.
Yeah.
Like it has like this very like badass action movie fucking tone to it, and it's with a little bit of humor and like some little like it.
We got 4 Sylvester Stallone guys.
Yeah. So it's, I don't know,
man.
I highly recommend people, like I said last week, though, go play Gears 5.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want to get like some of the history of Gears and all that, then yeah, go play the earlier ones. But like they're trying to establish new people and new groups, so.
You like, the thing is with Gears 5, they literally have a video that you can click on before you even start the game. That's like, here's everything that's happened.
Yeah. Which
I actually think more games should do.
Sure.
I think that I think that is a thing that way more games I think need to do. The Yakuza games used to do that. Like Yakuza
that would
3,
be helpful.
4, and 5 did that. Where they were like, here's all the plot.
Okay.
Get caught up.
Yeah.
So I think that
didn't those just get on Game Pass?
Yes, 3, 4, and 5 did. And 1, 2, and 0 are already there.
Perfect. Wow. That is a lot of
Yakuza. Yeah, you can. The only one that's missing now from the Kiryu series is 6.
Damn.
So you can literally play the entire saga of Kazama Kiryu.
Wow. Good lord.
Which, I mean, he is the most badass man in video games, even though if he probably doesn't know what sex is. Yeah.
That's how badass he is.
Indeed.
Doesn't need it. Comes from life. Anyway, well, that's a shame. Yeah, go play Gears 5 or Hive Busters.
Yes. Or tactics?
Did you say no? That was Gears of War Ultimate Edition. I was like, Hivebusters was potentially available through Game Pass through Gears of War, Gears 5 something.
Yeah, it's a part of Gears 5. Just download Gears 5 and it'll be like download Gears 5 and it's on the menu of like, hey man, you click campaign. It's like which campaign you want.
Okay, cool.
So yeah.
So, I want to talk just real quick about my game. So, I got good news and bad news about it. I'm gonna go with the bad news first. So, this game's called Death's Gambit. And I just looked at it real quick on Game Pass and said, this looks really interesting. And I clicked on it and downloaded it because that's just how easy it is to download a game and try it out with Game Pass. The bad news is, shortly after I chose this game to be my Game Pass game, I ran into the one problem with service things like this, and that it is going to be leaving pretty soon. I think if you were to download it as of this stream, which is January 20th, it is leaving, I want to say February 1st was what I...
It's not on the front page for leaving. Oh, there it is. Nope. It's leaving February 1st.
Yep. So as of right now, you have 10 days. It says here that you get 20% off with your Xbox Game Pass membership, so it'll be $16 instead of $20.
Yeah, real shit. They better find some good replacements for this session because you're losing Final Fantasy 15.
Yep.
Death's Gambit.
Yep.
Indivisible and Grice. That's a good
that's a good selection.
Yeah. So I mean, to be fair, Control and Edith Finch and Donut County all just got added today.
Yep.
And all three of those are fantastic.
Right. So, and you may hear us talk about some of those later on. But absolutely. Good news is, hey, do you like Dark Souls? Except you can't play good at Dark Souls.
I mean, yeah, I like Dark Souls. Yes, I do like Dark Souls. I am one of those people. I'm not like Ray, where I'm like fucking nuts over it. But yes, I like it.
Do you like it because it's hard?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. I think you might like Death's Gambit.
That's part of the enjoyment of Dark Souls. I'm not going to lie to you.
Sure.
It's not what I primarily come for. Like, yes, that like I do get that boss fight high, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's not what I'm here for.
Well, this is basically a Metroidvania Dark Souls game for people who, you know, there's no real room for messing up, but there's also a lot of forgiveness in some ways, such as you don't lose like all your XP and whatever when you die. It saves your XP. You lose a plume, which is what you use for health, and you have a certain amount that you can use. You can buy them back with shards, which is basically XP that you use to level up. And up your stats. And when you die, you drop a single plume. So you just have to go back and go to where you last died to pick it up or retrieve it with shards. And yeah, it's actually... I've been having a pretty good time with it. I actually defeated a boss today, which is something I can't say about any Souls games I've played.
So I want to give the audience clarification here. This is a 2D game, by the way. Everyone.
This is 2D. This is a 2D Metroidvania, and it's got a real Dark Souls vibe going on.
Steal the health bar.
What's that?
They steal the Dark Souls health bar.
Absolutely, they do. They got the health bar. They got stamina. They have a Souls bar, which is what you use for abilities. Which you get through a talent tree that you expand upon as you defeat bosses, which will help you in certain ways. And so there's tools at your disposal to really help you out here. There's ways when you get weapons, you can, I don't know what's the word. It's not augment them. You can enchant them.
Okay.
through a person at a sanctuary. They got save points that you go all around, and that'll help a lot.
Please tell me the save points are a lantern or a bonfire.
The save points are gravestones.
Ooh, that's a new one.
Yeah, yeah, great, and it's all right. Gravestones and like a statue of death.
Okay.
Because what happens at the beginning
Um,
is you get killed by like an enemy person, and then you make a deal with death, saying, "If you kill all these other immortals, I will make you immortal."
Also, that upgrade thing, that's totally, yep, that's Soulsborne.
Yep,
Yep.
yep.
Okay.
So
Every bit of this just sounds like, oh, they made 2D Dark Souls. That's
basically, and wow, IGN didn't like it.
I remember I have a little bit of history with this game because it was at my second E3. I actually got to meet the people who made it.
You were talking a little bit about that.
Yeah, that was a weird. John was doing the interview, and that was his first like E3 type deal. And like during interviews, like during E3, when I'm like looking over people, I'm also like, I had complete faith you're gonna do your job. Like 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna, hawk watch you. So
Sure.
like I'm you know moving around the Sony booth, looking for other interviews. Like I'm like, okay, Tearaway Unfolded, like, oh, this Rocket League thing was cool, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And literally at one point I realized like, oh shit, I've like walked my way behind them. And I stare at the camera for a second, and then just walk, and then just keep walking.
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
Get out of there.
uh, so
Whatever.
yeah. Also comments.
Oh
I
yeah,
love
no,
the
the wolf
Soulsborne
has been going off.
Yeah, I love the Soulsborne games for the lore and to kill that Rudy Salamander, you spiky crystal fuck. I'll kill you someday. And nice, that sounds cool. Yes, that is the first enemy in Dark Souls 3.
Sure.
I'm gonna give everyone a tip for the Souls games. This doesn't apply to Bloodborne.
Okay.
Pick a magic user.
Mm.
Pick the royal, pick the pyromancer, whatever the caster is for that game. It'll first side enemy. Yeah, it's the first actually thing that is hard to kill. And it's this big ice rock lizard thing, and yeah, it's Salamander Fuckboy is a side enemy. Worth a lot of souls for a starting enemy, but yeah, like the first boss of that game
Yeah.
is yeah. Anyway, so that's not the first boss, but so you go back, but yeah, like pro tip for anyone who's starting those games: if you want the easiest path at first, pick a caster.
Right. Okay.
And then, oddly enough, I'd choose him as my starter Pokemon.
Perfect.
Go Ice Rock Lizard. Yeah. So this game does have magic, though. Like you said, it does.
You can
follow
use magic. Yeah, I obviously did not go that way. I tend to be more melee focused, but yes, let me look up actually what the what classes you can choose, because what the advice I was always given was it doesn't really matter.
In Soulsborne or in this game?
Soulsborne.
Those people are liars. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter in Bloodborne. Like in Bloodborne, just pick whatever. I always pick the one that gives me the most action points because in Bloodborne, I'm all about dodging.
Yeah.
But like in most of these, like, dude, like I always go caster because it's like that way you have a perma ranged attack.
Right.
As long as you're willing to manage resources, and you can rotate in a shield. Versus versus the way Ray likes to play those games is give me a big two-hander.
Right. Of course.
And it's it's whatever your preference. Okay, man, I'm watching footage of the game. There's literally a boss in this stolen from Demon Souls.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
They literally stole the Tower Knight. Okay, hold on.
Oh yeah, no, they take a bunch of stuff. Look at the way the inventory system's set up, you know?
All right, hold on. Everyone everyone needs to see this fucking goddamn. Okay, window. Where's my Xbox? My Xbox app. There it is. Okay, hold on.
There is a wizard class, it's where you
Yeah,
use range magic. So
I'm gonna full screen this so you also get some footage of this game. By the way,
yes,
at least on the Twitch. I don't know if
yeah,
you're
no,
watching
I've
on
been
the
playing
Twitch.
it all. I've been playing on repeat on the YouTube.
So, and then on Spotify or iTunes, you're just fucked.
Yeah, we got video on the internet, but
So
they list a couple different influences on this game, but like when you actually look at it, this looks like Dark Souls 2D.
this is literally stolen from like every Soulsborne.
Yeah, no, it made me think of the time I played Demon Souls. Yeah.
Um, hold on, where is it? Where is it? That is literally just the Tower Knight. Don't even.
Yes. Yeah. But it's not as difficult as a Soulsborne game, for sure.
Okay.
The fact that I am getting through it, like, speaks to that tenfold. Because I have not beaten a boss in a Souls game since that shield guy in Demon Souls when it first came out.
I want to fly up there so badly and be like, "Here, this is how you do this."
No, because we did this on the 24-hour stream where I played Bloodborne, and I was like, I don't like this. I don't want to play this anymore.
I actually, you know what's weird? I actually find it less frustrating than Monster Hunter. Like, I know that's a weird thing, but a lot of people like really like Monster Hunter's like encounter design and like everything, and I get it, but like I don't know. I think it's just the lack of a health bar that bothers me.
Of seeing a health bar?
No, the lack of one in Monster Hunter. Like,
No, the lack
so,
of seeing one in Monster Hunter.
yeah, like that's so. It's just like I realize like you're supposed to look at like, oh, the way the monster's behaving, but I'm just like, yeah, man, but like I've been whacking this thing's feet for like 40 minutes. Like, I would like to know if it's almost dead or not yet.
I can't speak to prior Monster Hunters, but the demo for the new one, it's like running away, and there'll be like little prompts to be like, now it's really hurt. Let's go finish this.
Yep. Yeah. World, and 4 did that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would take to get me to fully commit to that franchise because like I got like 2 of the big gear sets in World, and I don't know. It's on Game Pass, so I might give it another shot.
Oh crap! It is on Game Pass.
Well, it's on Game Pass for console,
right? Well, since I'm hearing about this Xbox bundle possibly happening tomorrow,
follow Wario64 on Twitter and have your credit card information in your fucking phone.
Yeah, well,
that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes, and we'll see if it's even a bundle I give a shit about. You know.
Yeah, that's the real shitty. Like, especially the Xbox in particular.
What could possibly be bundled?
Like the last one I saw is a GameStop gift card, an extra controller in the system, and then an extra controller, NBA 2K, and a GameStop gift card. Oh, and 3 months of Game Pass.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
So it's just like versus like PlayStation has like, oh, we're gonna bundle in Demon Souls and Spider-Man and Sackboy.
Amazing. Great.
Like great. Okay, all 3 games you want.
Yes.
You know, so versus like it's not to say the Xbox doesn't have games, it's just that most of what you want to play is on fucking Game Pass.
Exactly.
The only thing that isn't in my like is like that like is some older stuff on the Xbox One and Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel as though okay, they're using bundles to make it so they're using bundles to make it so that like scalpers don't buy them.
Right.
Because they don't want to have to sell all that extraneous shit.
Exactly.
Which it's a good tactic, and it you know, yes, you have to have more money to buy it, but it gets systems in the hands that people that actually want to use them.
And they're not upcharging on that bundle necessarily compared to scalpers.
No, and like, and you know, typically with a system, you're gonna buy fucking games with it anyway. So, like, as provided that the bundle has stuff you care about,
Yeah.
then this really isn't that big of a fucking deal. Like, I think the PlayStation 5 bundle they had, like, it was like an extra controller, a year of plus, Demon Souls and Spider-Man. I'm like, okay, that's perfect. That's
Mm-hmm.
exactly what you want.
Yep.
Great. It's just
Yeah.
that the expert, like, but I just feel like you should be able to choose your games. So, like, in that bundle, it's like, okay, I don't want Spider-Man or Demon Souls. I want Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed.
Mm-hmm.
I can take it. Like, fine, lock me into the accessories. I know that's a huge moneymaker. Fucking, it's not like I don't need an extra controller,
Right.
but and it's like I do, same thing with Plus. Like, okay, well, I fucking, I could use Plus, but or I could use Game Pass,
Yeah.
but just I don't know. It's just like make sure I like just like it'd be cool if you know the whole reason that I didn't buy an Xbox Series X at GameStop the first two times is because the bundle they had NFL 2K, or not NFL 2K, NBA 2K.
You wish it was NFL
Yeah,
2K.
I wish. If it was like here, like if it was even Assassin's Creed, I'd be like, okay.
Sure.
Or like I'd prefer like a dragon, but
Of
still.
course.
Uh, so I don't know. Anyway, back to the original games we were talking about.
Anyway, I'll just sum it up. It's Dark Souls in 2D form, and it's easier than Dark Souls. So if you're one of those people that's like, I wish they had a difficulty setting for Dark Souls, this might be all right.
Okay.
And the visuals, like the pixel style, I think it looks great. Music's really good. I enjoy all that. I don't know much about the story so far myself, if there is one. There's clearly some lore set up here and there, but I'm just more concerned with just the gameplay, which is just exploring around the map, and finding what there is to kill.
In the Metroidvania sense, do they give you like progression tools and power ups? Like, do they give you like, for example, in Metroid, it's all, or like in Guacamelee, it's like, hey, you need the uppercut to get through this area. Like, do they have stuff like that?
To be honest, I have not gotten far enough, but there are definitely shortcuts that you need to like look out for, to get access to certain chests and things like that. I don't know if those require special skills or anything. I do not have that information on me at this moment. But yeah, I don't know. If you're just dying for a game and you want to try something out for a few hours, I think this game is perfectly serviceable.
I remember it got very positive reviews when we eventually got reviewed.
Yeah, it's not mind blowing. It really isn't. But it's a good time especially if you have a fast connection. You just download it, up, down, go, whatever. Like it's a real easy, like, just check it out. The approximate size on this, as according to Game Pass, is 677 megabytes. So check it out for an hour or two. And that's on just regular Game Pass. So
yeah,
it's all right.
All right, so yeah, that's our two games for the week. One good one kind of one. So yeah,
one kind of play Gears 5.
Yeah, one kind of, man. Years 5 is a lot better than this.
Good news for Gears of War. It'd really just be better if you played the latest Gears of War,
which is nice to see.
Yeah, it's not like Halo.
It's not like Halo. They're like, well, what one should I play? I'm well.
Go get the Master Chief Collection.
Go get the Master Chief Collection, and then from there, well, what is your preference? What do you desire from a shooter? Because all of these do different things really well.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. That's been, yeah. Damn.
I'm just gonna say, I think one of our next few top 10-ish should be best Microsoft franchises, because looks like they could use a list.
Here, Microsoft, we're gonna help you. That should be next week. That should be next week.
Sure, I'd be down.
Best Microsoft, and then the week after, I guess, best Sony.
I mean, we've already got 2, so might as well.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, so yeah, no, because boy, howdy, Microsoft, I love you, but like, man. Anyway, so let's advertise the rest of the week. So Sunday,
Sunday is Super Game Cast 2 at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. We're going to talk about some video game news, which we had a little bit of today. So
yeah, and Stephanie says I have 10.3k points.
yeah, we got to do
Yeah,
some channel point stuff.
We're gonna have to change those because we're not playing games as much. I don't know. Yeah, you get. We'll buy those Bernie bots every flavored beans. 10,000 points a bean.
Jesus.
But no.
We'll come up with some stupid stuff to do with that.
Bring back the energy drink test.
There you go. Yeah.
10k up. Fuck that.
Jesus Christ. That would be great if we were starting from scratch, but people have been hoarding those.
Yeah, no, that's fucking 10k a box. Out of your fucking mind. If you watch us on the reg, getting 10k points is easy. Like that's like nothing.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
We got people that are hoarding like 130k points because they watch us every week. Suffer peasants.
Jesus Christ.
So
after our Sunday stream, then Tuesday will be top 10-ish, where we rank top 10 or so things. And
video game things more often than not.
Video game things more often than not. And I think we just decided we're going to do Microsoft franchises.
Yes.
Or Xbox franchises?
Yeah, I guess it'd be Xbox franchises. I guess now, anyway.
I appreciate the protection, Lil Wolf. Let's let Bronson suffer.
I'll
watch.
Nah, you'll hop in on me with this energy drink test. We'll both die.
Happily. Yeah, that sounds like fun, actually.
I'll
be part of an energy drink test.
You were not in that basement when we did those.
Yeah, no, I wasn't a part of those, which is what made it great.
You want to live on suffering.
The couple yeah, see, no, Lil Wolf's coming up with ideas. I did a couple energy drink tests. It's just that it wasn't on podcast or on stream. It was just us being idiots.
Yeah, we did
go get a red line at 2 a.m.
Yeah, see, we made that mistake on air. And I remember Quinn was vibrating out of his fucking chair.
Always good for you.
Yep, I'm sure.
You can't spit it out, Lil Wolf. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but she has a caffeine allergy.
Oh, well then, yeah, you will need to spit crap.
Yeah. Which I mean, half of an energy drink test is how well does it get on top of you? So,
I mean, yeah, I guess. But problem is, I don't think there's an energy drink that's going to taste good.
No, that's false. I found one. We found one. We did it back in the day.
You found one.
It just doesn't exist anymore.
Great.
Jeff Gordon 24. I'm not even joking.
What?
Not even joking. Okay. All right. Let me tell you. Jeff Gordon 24. It was an energy drink. It might even still be an energy drink. I don't fucking know.
It's a brand. It's a offshoot of Four Loko now.
But yeah. So Jeff Gordon 24. It was an energy drink, and it tasted just like lemonade.
Is this thing that's called Rowdy Energy?
Yep, that was it. It tasted identical to lemonade.
Yeah, that's interesting. That sounds actually great.
Yep. It was fucking great. I don't know if they sell it anymore. But like, man, yeah, apparently it doesn't exist anymore.
Boo.
It was delicious.
Business is co-owned by two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion and one-time NASCAR Xfinity Series champion Kyle Busch. Ew. Okay.
Yeah, apparently, so on Reddit, I found this guy who worked for a Pepsi distributor in 0708. No one buy this drink. Eventually, we just returned the product, but I kept a few cases for myself because it was awesome.
Sure.
Yeah.
Products from this company. They do cherry limeade, orange citrus, sour green apple, 0 sugar, strawberry lemonade, 0 sugar, peach mango, 0 sugar, chiseled ice, 0 sugar, and cotton candy, 0 sugar.
Full Throttle is my favorite. Also, Four Locos are back in abundance. I'm scared. Yeah, but is it like original Four Loco? That's the question.
I very much doubt it.
That's fuck that then.
Last time I was really into energy drinks was Monster. I would just drink the Ultra Zero.
No. No.
That was the one I could get into more than the others.
So after trying all of those back in the day, so for those who don't know, we did a podcast when we did the podcast way
Gamecraft 1. Gamecast 1.
1. We do a weekly energy drink test, and the two ones that were most popular at the time, which were Rockstar and Monster Hunter, were actually the grossest to me.
Okay.
Spike was pretty good.
Okay.
Red Bull was okay.
Like
I can drink Red Bull. Redline tastes like Kool-Aid and ground up pills.
Yeah, it's the ground up pills bit.
Because it probably is Kool-Aid and ground up pills.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you can't. First off, you can't take this because it's not. You can't take it if you're diabetic. You can't take it if you have heart problems. You can't take it if you're pregnant. Also, you fucking can't. It says to only drink half to determine tolerance.
Yep.
That's why Four Locos are insane. Girl Scary. They're made in Chicago. They're back. Yeah, but is it the original recipe?
Your Four Loco story starts here. Ugh. It's a bad night.
That's a night that ends with you vomiting. I like how on their website they have a section of drink labeled pregame.
That's what I'm looking at. Yes.
Yes, pregame here.
Lemonade.
Get fucked up. Yeah. Yum yum. Get fucked up before you get fucked up.
10% ABV.
But no, also they have kept this So I found about Redline in 08. I don't know if it is ever if it's had this forever, but they have a wrap on the side of their product label.
Okay.
Feel the freak, feel the freeze, watch the fat drop off with ease. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Fucking Four Loco.
Hard
seltzer Four Loco.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Four Loco is like the paint can of like energy drinks.
I don't know what that means.
I've told you what the paint can is, right?
Oh, the paint can. That paint can. Okay.
Yeah, like that's what that is. There's still over 10% alcohol, so yeah, same shit, different decade. Okay, yeah, that's dangerous. That's gonna fuck you up.
The strawberry lemonade is 12. Like, wow.
This is.
I sold a lot of those when I lived in Plummer.
I mean, yeah, you're out in the sticks. Why not?
I've heard directly from people there. There are two things to do. That is drink and drive around.
Yep. Okay.
It's a hell of a place. Hell of a time.
Fuck the world.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah. No. I like. Yeah. All right. Anyway, hey man.
That's the end of our show.
Yeah. We'll be back on Sunday.
Yep.
Next Tuesday and Wednesday. We got more video games to talk about.
We're on social media. We're on Discord. We'll be around
at Super Gamecraft on all that good stuff.
Yup.
Bye.
See you guys later.